So when it comes to gay interracial dating, the black individual may face a lot of internal and external woes. So let's dissect the journey of the ebbs and flows of lost gay Negroes. Let's discuss.
Time can erase together on.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. I hope you all are having a very happy new year. So today I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about this viral TikToker by the name of Xtremeyapper. You know, I had to go ahead and come up out of my coma to address this situation because once again, today in 2025, we have cooning on display. So if you guys don't know who Xtremeyapper is, he is a young up-and-coming TikToker that went viral for some absolute nonsense, but he is basically going viral for talking about his quote-unquote dating preferences.
Grindr has f***ed me up so bad to the point where I can't help but to ask myself, am I ugly? I must be ugly because the standards on this app and on Sniffies, I don't even know which one is worse, but they give two different vibes. But at this point, the way both of them are working in my life, in my situation, is making me question, like, I'm ugly. I had to ask this boy who rejected me, even though we were both bottoms. And at this point, I was just wondering, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do something. But I had to ask him, and he was just like, you're absolutely not ugly, but you're just not my type. And I'm like, I totally understand that. Like, I get it if I'm not your type physically, but this is making me question, like, because I think I'm a pretty fine man. I think I'm pretty good looking. I've seen a lot worse, no offense, but like, it's just like, what the is going on here? And why is it so toxic over there? Like, what are you looking for? What has porn done to you people? Porn has f***ed me up too, but not that bad. I be having to lower my standards sometimes too, but shit. Hello? It makes me so sad, but I can't allow that like make me feel ugly because I'm not ugly. Are you seeing this? I don't even have a haircut. But yeah, it's just really sad, and I'm tired of being single, and I'm super, and like doing it to yourself just isn't the same, you know? Like, it's not, I love physical contact. I love feeling like touching and like making out, like, oh. And you know what? A toy just doesn't do all of that, sadly. So yeah, I need it, and I need it bad. First of all, thank you very much. And you are also cute yourself. You're very pretty. I looked on your page, and what you're saying is I need to create my own account. Create my own app for blacks or just people of color where we can like ourselves. But here's the thing, even if I were to do that, it would still be some because gay people have this stigma, or I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to word it, where it's like, we want a certain type of body. We want a certain type of like aesthetic. Even me, I'm even realizing sometimes I could be hella like shallow with the type of that I want, but I have to look in the mirror and just be like, okay, you don't like it when they do it to you, so you have to stop doing it to yourself. But yeah, what you're saying is I should need to come up with an app so we can all be happy, we can all get along, and we can love on ourselves. Even though my type is kind of like Mexican and white, I'm really not into, I just feel like as a black person, I already have so much chocolate, I already have so much in me. I want to spread the love, you know? Like, I want to spread the tree, the melanin. And I just feel like another reason why I'm not crazy into black guys is because there's also this like trauma from black men. I don't know how to explain it, where it's just like, it's hard to believe that a black man is like gay, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I hope you understand where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say.
So y'all, y'all, there's a lot to unpack with these TikToks that he has on display. So starting off, I will say he's right. Mr. Xtremeyapper is right. Is it Xtremeyapper or Xtremeyapper? But Xtremeyapper is right. When it comes to gay dating apps, it's absolutely toxic. It's absolutely toxic, and porn has definitely messed us up mentally about the things that we want to see in front of us visually. Y'all, the gay community is so fixated on porn to where porn stars are our celebrities, and we go on these dating apps looking for a fetish and a fantasy. No matter what race you are, everybody is chasing that quote-unquote masculine dream. You know, somebody that's ripped, muscular, in shape. Unless you're a chubby chaser, you want somebody that's in shape. Or if you like them older, you want like a little muscle daddy, you name it. Everybody is chasing their own fetish that they see in porn. And as me, as a person who has been on Jack'd and Grindr, I can honestly say that dating apps are nothing but toxicity. Like, legit, people aren't really getting on there to date. Like, yeah, it's rare. You can find somebody and enter in a relationship with them on these dating apps, cool. But my thing is, like, can you ever really even trust them? I know for me, Beasley, personally, I don't think I could take anybody seriously that's on a dating app, because I always am going to think that, like, I may delete it, but did you delete it? Now, me personally, I'm an advocate for us gay men collectively leaving dating apps in 2024, but it's never going to happen because majority of the community is filled with nothing but whores. And then on top of that, that is like the only medium that makes it easy and accessible for us gay men to meet each other and either like make friends, date, but really like the majority of these apps are made for going out and doing the monster mash. Especially with the fact that the biggest fear in our community is rejection. You know, we were rejected from society, and within our community, we hate to get rejection from people within our own community, especially people that we like and have a crush on. I think everybody collectively, not even just the gays, need to leave dating apps in the past, but we can't because we're too addicted to them. You know, the fear of missing out, the fear of like missing out on seeing like the finest person that just flew into town, or even the fear of just missing your man, because a lot of people go years being single. I know I do, and it's just like, well, damn, like, let me get on the app so I can fix that. But it never fixes it. It's sad, but collectively, gay men will never leave or give up on dating apps, especially in Houston, I can honestly say it's nothing but a big cloud of big pussy energy. Just big fat pussy energy in Houston. Like, y'all, literally in Houston, it's nothing but a bunch of men with fat cats walking around competing with who could be the pretty princess within the situation. But y'all, what really troubles me is the fact that he legit sat up on that camera and said that he only really prefers to date white men and Mexican niggas. You heard me. Mexican niggas. Y'all, when he sat up on that camera and said that, I was just like, ugh. Are we doing this again? In 2025, we're doing this again. Now, I will say he's one of the younger gays, and a lot of stuff that we've seen in the masses over the years has trickled down now to the younger gays, and this is the aftermath. But in 2025, at the ass beginning, we're doing this. It's like, you want to date outside your race, cool. But my thing is, don't be a fool and put a whole nother race on a pedestal way above your own. Especially one that does not fuck with you. He sat up on that camera and said that like, oh, like, am I ugly? I had to ask this person, am I ugly? Despite the fact that y'all were both bottoms, that's the main ticket right there. Y'all were both bottoms. Like, me as a bottom, I don't want to talk to another bottom. 9 times out of 10, when I was on the apps, if another bottom tried to talk to me, I ignored them. But it's just the fact that you literally sat up on that screen and asked this man, is black okay? Like I said, this is a trickle-down effect because he is a younger gay. I think he's probably around like 23 or 25, somewhere in that area. And he's probably grown up seeing like openly black gay celebrities date nothing but the pink meat. Growing up, the black gay men I had to look up to were basically just the men on Noah's Ark and also Karamo Brown. Karamo Brown also made me frown because he ended up ditching a black man to date a Latino and a white man. Growing up from his generation standpoint, he saw the likes of Don Lemon, Todrick Hall, RuPaul, and all them other rich bitches that want to get a white man about their britches. So he saw these black gay men that were immensely successful, but they had nothing but pink meat on on their arms, pink meat in a pink hole. So therefore, in order to be accepted in the world and be successful, it's like you got to sell your soul and date a white person or somebody out your race, because that side of things, like the white side of things, is going to embrace a black gay man versus the black gay community or the black community in general. Growing up, a lot of black gay men, whether they came out the closet or were still in the closet, were always teased by being gay. Like a good chunk of black gay men were bullied for being gay or allegedly being gay. So when they grow up, they take that internally and they realize that, oh, my own community didn't embrace me, so let me go to a whole nother community that's going to embrace me unconditionally. And then it's like a whole spiral with the fact that a lot of other races see a more like not overly masculine man. Like they see a gay black man as lesser than a straight black man, if you get my drift. They see that as more palatable. They see that as more of like, oh, okay, you can be a little more open and fluid. A lot of black men see that they need to have somebody on their arms that is not black in order to succeed in life and be accepted by that other side of the community. And then on top of that, in more recent years, we even had that in a lot of our like movies and TV shows. Like every time they would put a black character in, like a black gay character, they would almost always have a white or Latino partner. So it's like predictive programming and indoctrination. Indoctrination and predictive programming are indeed real, and his generation were the guinea pigs of it. But if you know me, Beasley, I like to spiral a little bit, not on purpose, always on accident. And one thing that I know from being a black gay man is the fact that a lot of us are a product of our environment. So looking closely at Xtremeyapper, you can tell that he is an Americanized Nigerian black gay man. You can obviously tell that he grew up in the suburbs, and black men, and especially black foreign men that were raised up in the suburbs, can easily get caught up in the rapture of the spirit of the coon. Y'all, I say this because I speak with nothing but experience. When I grew up at the age of 8, I came to the terms that I was gay, but I later on came to the terms with the fact that I too was a coon. When I figured out that I was gay, my first crush in life was my neighbor by the name of Bobby Blue Eyes. I thought he was just the prettiest thing. He was literally the white American dream. Growing up in that environment, we were the only black people in my neighborhood, and I was the only black boy at my school at that time, until my mom took me out of that school and there was like a racist teacher and my mom almost beat that bitch's ass. But it is what it is. When I was in class, I always had a crush on this boy. Like I thought he was just the most beautiful thing ever. And even like things in the media back then told me that white was right and that was the ticket to have a great life, be with a white person. I'm just thankful that I was able to shake the spirit of the coon off of me at a very early age because, you know, my environment changed. I got moved to a different school where there are way more black kids, and I started to, quote unquote, develop crushes on black men. And at that time, I had looked back and I was like, damn, like I legit was a young coon and a buffoon. Like I was becoming okay with being the only nigga in the room. But shifting the focus back to these dating apps, when they came into the age, Grindr was the first dating app ever made. And also at the time, when I got on, Jack was around too, so I definitely got on both of them. Now with me, I will say Grindr is definitely not a safe space for black gay men, but here in Houston, I will say that on Grindr, there was a wide mix of everybody. Like white were definitely the majority, and there was like a lot of coons on there as well, but I will say that I saw different races on there, not just white people. But I definitely had my fair share of bullshit on Grindr. Like I've definitely been called the N-word before when I rejected a white person. And I definitely, like, whenever I would reveal myself to the person I'm talking to, if it was a black person, I would get an instant delete. And I'm just like, oh, wow. So that's how you feel. To be honest with you, if you're a black gay person on Grindr, you're legit just wasting your time. Like, nothing ever really came from Grindr. I mean, I did go on a date with 2 older white gay men, and I mean, that didn't go anywhere, but at least I got a date. I gotta say, I think my demographic is like the older gays. Like, maybe I should go party and parlay down to Shady Pines. I will say, like, why would you want to get on Grindr as a black gay person when you already know that you are not the preference? You have this preference for other people that don't prefer you. Where does that make sense? Black gay men and foreign black gay men, they can't shake the spirit of the coon, see Grindr as their playground. Y'all, I will never forget, I had this one friend in high school. I knew he was gay before he revealed to me he was gay, but I found out he was gay because I found him on Grindr. He was a foreign black gay man. He was from Jamaica. Him and his mom came over when he was like, I think 3 years old. And I saw him on Grindr and he was trying to get some pink and brown booty hole. Then fast forward 10 years later, I go on his social media pages, and y'all, it is so cringy. It just makes me cringe because it's the sheer fact that he hangs out with nothing but Latinos and Latino men. Y'all, he's so far gone to a point where his dark-skinned black ass legit joined a all-Latino fraternity, and I'm just like, the spirit of the coon is real. I just think collectively there's an issue with foreign black people, namely Nigerians and Jamaicans. Whenever they come over to the United States or grow up in the United States, they have a problem of embracing the spirit of the coon and constantly wanting to chase whiteness and white acceptance. Like, it's legit, like, you foreign blacks look down on us American blacks for not being black enough when y'all don't want to be black enough. At the end of the day, I went on a tangent. But baby, when it comes back to Xtremeyapper, low-key, I think he's a Nigerian scammer. You know, Nigerian men are able to scheme and scam and get what they want. And the one ticket to go viral, especially in 2025, is say some crazy outlandish shit, and then bam, you get all the attention, all the likes, clicks, and views. At the end of the day, Xtremeyapper is young, and he's gonna have to go through this process and figure out why he feels the way he does in regards to his own race. I like watching those TikToks. It's like he was trying to like gaslight and really just go through all these mental gymnastics as to why he's a coon when the proof is in the pudding. My thing is, if you want to date outside your race, then cool. But don't put a fucking whole entire race on a pedestal above your own in the process, you butt fuck. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, he's gonna have to go down this journey and figure out things his own way. But let me know what you guys think about this whole entire Xtremeyapper cooning situation. Those are my views. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.
Time can't erase. Yeah.